Namaste and greetings, beautiful souls, beautiful kings, beautiful queens. Question: what was I in his life? How he himself saw me? What am I in his life now? How he himself sees me? Question which can be two or can be one comes to our mind whether we met this person 40 years ago, because it happens sometimes. I do know people who were talking with me about someone they haven't seen for 40 years. They didn't know where he was, where she was. And the question, what was I? Why I've asked this particular question? Because it includes a lot of things when I open the cards, and I will tell you about the meaning, because it could be what role you've played in his life, in his destiny, and the way he sees things, he feels things. What role you are playing now in his life. If you're playing in your role, it's going to show us. So a lot of time we had known this person a long time ago, or we know this person now. He is far away, or he is next door sitting on a couch next to you, but he's so buttoned up that you don't even know. It happens. People live together for 30 years and they might not know each other on a very deep level. It is an everyday story. So what was I in his life means what role I've played. And it shows now what role you play now. What are you now? So to make it more accurate, we are going to separate it in two questions. What was I for him? What am I for him? Let's put it in one question. What was I for him? What am I for him now? Let us, or should we do, tell me, should we do two questions or should we do one? I'm gonna do set of three. You can choose number one, number two, number three. If you want to know about more than one man, if you are a woman, man, I write men because majority of you are women. If you are a man and you want to know about a woman, then obviously you're just going to think of your woman. Let's do this. Set of card 3, 1, 2, 3. Choose one for each man you want to know. If you only think about one man, then just choose 1, 2, 3. Maybe just watch a whole thing. Now listen, I don't know, should I do what was I, what am I? What am I in his life right now? Should I ask two questions or should I ask one? Let's do this. What were you? Now let's do what you are now, because if it was from the past, it's going to show it. What you are in his life, in his destiny, and the way he sees everything now. What you are to him, for him now. Let's do two cards. If I need more clarification, I'm going to put down it was a long time ago or it was yesterday, doesn't matter. Let's do 3. Let's do 3. Let me choose one myself. What am I in for him now? I choose number 1. I am his wheel of fortune. Okay, let us go straight to it, and we're gonna move it right here. What role you played, what were you, what you are now many, many answers. First of all, in the middle, we see here the Wheel of Fortune. So, of course, Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana, is the card connected not with events which usually come and go. When we see the Major Arcana, when we see Major Arcana, of course, we are looking at something destiny-wise thing. So we first of all see the Wheel of Fortune, and here is your guy, because we see the Knight of Pentacles. Who's a Knight of Pentacles? Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And we see here also Pentacles. So very, very possible that this is someone from the Earth signs, or it could be anyone. So the Wheel of Fortune is something which is unfortunately cannot end. The wheel is turning. Even if you had known this man, let me put it closer, even if you had known this man, if you're a man than a woman, for 70 years, and now you are 93, even if you known this man 70 years ago, the problem is that he cannot say goodbye if he tried, even if it was 70 years ago or it was 7 days ago. Whatever relationship you've had with this man, with your Knight of Pentacles, the problem is that he could never let go. Means he have you in his mind and his heart. He is having you in his mind and his heart, and looks like he will. I don't like saying words karmic relationship, but Wheel of Fortune is one of them. Why I don't like saying karmic? Because karma is used by the archontic powers, the archons, to use against us and to make us go circle after circle after circle, repeating same suffering, excusing it with karma. But we're not looking into that subject now. So sometimes it feels like he is forgetting you. Sometimes it feels like he's fine. You are in the past. But then, so it comes in waves. It's so called the swing. It comes and goes. At some period, he might think, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine without her. I have my life. I have my work. I have lots of things to do. I have a lot of work. I am making those pentacles. And it's a workaholic heart, a working man. He has lots of things, and sometimes he even gets and jumps and dives into work, so he cannot think about you. But unfortunately he cannot work 24 hours a day. And in this case, my beautiful queens, there is a song. Unfortunately my voice isn't good enough for singing any songs, but it's a song with the words, there is always something there to remind me. How can I forget you, girl? There is always something there to remind me. And it's either your name suddenly sounds somewhere, or a bird, your favorite bird, whatever, mice, cardinal, appears somewhere. Or a white. I have two favorite birds. I mean, I have every royal blue, every sapphire blue bird would be my favorite. But also my favorite is white cardinal and white peacock. So, or yours is something else maybe. I also like ducks. I have a little duck here. So, there is always something there to remind him about you. Your favorite sound somewhere is there. I Bless the Rain Down in Africa somewhere on the radio. Or Scorpions, my favorite musical group, and Scorpions sound somewhere, and there is Your Color somewhere there. There is the words you said suddenly sound somewhere, I don't know. So things which remind him about you constantly happen. And he can't let go, and he understands that you didn't appear out of blue. You are not just a random person, not a person by a chance. You were significant when you came into his life, whether it was yesterday or it was 75 years ago. And you are very significant in his life now, because we having it the major arcana in the middle here. And unfortunately, sometimes it's so-called la femme fatale, the fatal woman, a woman which if he's a type of a man who is a control freak, which most of men are control freak, he never was able to feel comfortable about you and with you. You are a fortune. You are inspiration. You have the pull. He feels this insane pull, and sometimes he doesn't understand why, because probably maybe he likes extremely skinny, stick looking women and you are voluptuous. Maybe he likes platinum blonde with blue eyes and you're like me, a brunette. But he doesn't sometimes understand, he can't explain himself why this woman means so much to me. And you might meet from time to time, maybe once a week, maybe once a month, maybe once, I don't know. Synchronicity between you happens all the time. For example, you are not a smoker, it's my case, heavy smoker. I'm not a smoker, and I had to buy myself a pack of cigarettes because sometimes I felt such a desire to smoke that I never smoked in my life. I opened the pack of cigarettes and I smelled them. So it's not, he understands that you are something significant. You just didn't randomly appear, then disappeared again. Whether you are in close relationship, whether you married or you met 40 years ago, it's going to be true about all of you. So unfortunately for this man, as we see very earthy man, we have to take into consideration that fact that it's an earthy man. If we saw some cups here, we would be dealing with a water sign, but earthy man find extremely hard to analyze, because especially pentacles and swords, he will be analyzing, and so he tries to analyze you, put you in some frames, give you some at least 1 to 5 labels so he can understand you through the mind. But at the same time, he can't. So he understands you are like a gift of, I don't know, God, destiny, Shiva, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, or whatever he believes, or a universe. But it's non-ending. It's complicated. I mean, things between you are not simple, and cannot be simple. But for him, if it's again very much of a control freak, or if it's a man who has, I should make a separate video about avoidant attachment style, and the more pull he feels, the more control, the risk of losing control he feels, the more he's going to be running and hiding. This is that case. You were significant, you are significant, you will be significant, but it's never going to be easy. If your guys not together, and he can be next door or he can be on the other continent, it's an unclosed, there is an expression, unclosed gestalt. He did not leave this whole thing through, and it keeps on being that burning flame in within him. Sometimes he might hate it because it doesn't let him be. Your image never leaves him. Your image just lives in him, exists in him. Pretty much it's like you're always with me thing. But probably you are not even if you, again, like even if you married, but I don't think your guys are married. Even if you married, it's still there. But for most of you, you guys are not, because the wheel of fortune comes and goes. Maybe you already broke up 10 times and came together 10 times. It's wheel of fortune is good or bad, and bad, because it can go up bringing you both up, and it can go down bringing all kinds of issues and problems in both of you, because we all are wounded children. So one wounded child starts feeling fears and pain, the other one starts feeling fears and pain, and you screw up what you could have together. So will goes down, will goes up, but you are a very significant person in his, not just life, his core, his soul, his heart, the way he feels, the way he thinks, the way he looks into things. Also, you are someone who had changed a lot in his head. You showed him things he never went into. You explained him things he never thought of. Man, I can talk about it tomorrow. Significantly, your role is significant whether you know him for a week or you know him for 58 years. This was number one. You see, like I could just get one card out of the deck and simply would be talking to you for the rest of the eternity. All right, let us get, I forgot to get me tea. Let us get a set of card number 2. What were you? What are you now and were and now? How he himself sees you. This is, you are my destiny, you are my pain, you are my joy, you are my memories, you are the sun and the moon and the moon and the sun and the stars. But I'm going to keep on working here and try to, I think it still tries to control. Still tries to control, still tries to control, still tries to forget, still tries to convince himself he can get away from it. He can't. Not with Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's read the cards before my cats start meowing. Set of card number 2. Girls, first of all, this will be 100% truth for those of you who are the Queen of Swords, zodiac-wise, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let me move it a little lower. Now, we do have major arcana again here to the Chariot, and we're having a very sad in love relationship card, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Give me love, my love. So I understand that it might not ring the bell for all of you. This is general. It cannot possibly ring a bell for all of you. But I will start. There is several situations here. Queen of Swords, when she is, you see, there are 4 queens. Me, myself, Queen of Wands, because I'm a Leo. Queen of Cups, emotional, deep, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Queen of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and of course, air. But when a woman loves, a woman, even the Queen of Swords, can act like Queen of Cups. Very, very smart, and what is awesome in Queen of Swords if she has her mind very sharp. Queen of Swords knows her boundaries. Queen of Swords is not gonna let, for example, there is a manipulator who uses method closer, further. He says, I'm going to come at 5 o'clock tonight. He doesn't come, or he comes 3 hours later. Queen of Swords is not going to be sitting looking out of the window. She sees even the tiniest bit of disrespect. Tiniest. He said he didn't go through with his word. He promised, he didn't do. He uses manipulation by becoming warmer, becoming colder, closer, further, double compliments, bringing responsibility from himself onto you, all kinds of methods of manipulation. Queen of Wands might, hold on and giving a ridiculous amount of chances. Queen of Cups gives idiotic amount of chances. The worst abuser victim is Queen of Cups because she's very emotional and forgiving everything which shouldn't be forgiven. Queen of Swords usually doesn't. She sees disrespect. This person flies out of her life. She sees infidelity, flies out of her life. She sees dishonest, she doesn't give second chance because she knows the expression. When you give a second chance to someone, it's like you give a second chance of a person trying to kill you and he didn't kill you, to actually kill you. So he did a first shot, first chance, and missed, and you give a second chance, you say, okay, go kill me now. So Queen of Swords, usually in love and relationship, it's not a type of woman who gets with alcoholics, who gets with abusers, who gets with manipulators, who gets with narcissists. She is safest from all of this horror. The only problem is 100% pure Queen of Cups are rare cases. So I suspect that you were not always Queen of Cups. So how it was at the beginning? You've met this man, whether it was yesterday, usually we're looking at the deeper relationship, whether it was months ago or it was 30 years ago. You've met and you fell pretty fast and pretty deeply with love or into connection. I don't like even to use the word love anymore. Into connection, you felt the connection with the man. We are having a chariot with a man with a very complicated personality, which we have the horse which is black and the horse which is white. And unfortunately, what comes to the chariot, if we are talking about men of a chariot, usually it's a man who doesn't stay for a long time with one woman. It's a man who gets on his chariot and just goes on somewhere else. He consider himself free and not responsible for anything. So it's not a man who you can create a family, like you can't feel safe and stable with the chariot. You really it's like walking on eggshells. At least this was at the beginning of this story. You fell in love, and you probably have been alone for a while when you've met him, so you saw him as your destiny. But he did not see the whole of you, because he rarely looks deep when he just meets a woman. So he didn't think much of you. You were just one of many, maybe a little more attracting, but still one of many. But he took you as love adventure, but you took him seriously. And you were the one with 5 of Pentacles. You were the one giving and giving and giving, asking for very little. He would give you, he would appear like lightning once a week, once a month, or whatever, once a year, whatever, and gone. He did not appreciate much of what you were giving. It's a taker. You were giving, he was taking. You were given, he was taken. Giving you back very, very little until you got a little tired of it. You are someone giving, but after giving so much and getting so little, you understand that your interests and his interests are not coming together. He doesn't do what he says. He comes and goes. He's this, he's that, he's here, he's there. So after some time, you said, you know what? Thank you very much. You turn on your Queen of Swords. And then Chariot becomes someone who left. You left this man after giving him a lot. You just got on your horses, turned on your Queen of Swords, and you said, thank you very much, but goodbye, bye-bye. I don't want to do this. And then the situation got reversed for the man on a Chariot. It got reversed, and then he didn't think much of it. You are gone, someone else will be there. A man of Chariot usually has his little harem out there. Always women who want him, because it's a really sexual, very magnetic type of a man. Here is my cat coming meowing at the door. Sorry about that. But time was going and going, and suddenly, hey, what's up? How you doing? Either he writes you something, sends you something, or watching you on your social media, seeing if you can give him some signs you're still there, waiting for him, loving, but looks like you're not. And suddenly he doesn't really care about others. He wants Queen of Swords. He wants you to give him what you used to give him. Give me, please, give me love, give me acceptance, give me warmth, give me understanding, give me sense of safety, give me sense of home, sense of belonging. Give me, please give me. I'm gonna stop my Chariot and I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna stay with you. But you already heard promises which weren't fulfilled. You already gave him his chances, and you stand strong. You say, you know what? No, I'm gonna give you nothing. I'm not gonna give you anything, baby boy. I have been giving you for quite a bit of time, quite a lot, and you were taking and not really give me anything. Whether you were Queen of Cups or Queen of Wands or Queen of Pentacles, you got up and you got a sword, and you pretty much you cut him off. Maybe you blocked him, or you moved, or I don't know, got a new phone number, moved to another city or to another whatever planet, and now he wants to get something from you, but you say, no, I don't believe you. I don't want to play these games when I'm giving, you giving me nothing. This is disrespectful for myself. It's not how it should work. I'm the one giving, you're the one taking, and it's all good. No, it doesn't work this way. I don't want to do this anymore. And now All he can be thinking about is, give me, please. Give me what you used to be giving me. And even if you haven't seen each other for 25 years, he still hopes that you're going to come back. Some miracle going to happen, or he's going to come and you are going to start giving him again. I wouldn't recommend giving him anything unless he really, really changed his way. Okay, this is number 2. And we are going to the last one. What you have been, what you are in his life, how he sees you in his life, what you were, what you are now. Set of card number 3. Here we come. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Just talked about Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Who is dealing with... Okay. For some of you girls, for some of you, not for all of you, not all of you have been dealing with either you, when you met, he was married, because girls, we see 2 queens here, okay? We see Queen of Cups and we see Queen of Pentacles, and we see a man between 2 women. Either he was married when you met, or he is married now. It could be different story. Could be he was, or he is now, or he wasn't now. But there is several meanings coming with the number 3. First of all, Cups, of course, we are dealing with water signs, which zodiac-wise could be Pisces, Cancer, or God help you, Scorpio. Scorpios is a special deal. As a mother of a Scorpio, I know what I'm talking about. It's the most complicated, the tangled, complicated side, which you can find out there. So it's already complicated. Now, you could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces yourself, or you could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. First meaning, I will tell you that beside that he was married, if he was married or he's married now, usually Queen of Pentacles comes as a wife, if we're talking about a married guy. Now, you came as Queen of Cups, as a cup representative, as a Knight of Cups. With Queen of Pentacles, he might be missing what Pentacles don't have in them, which is emotions, because the thing is that the Knight of Cups is really emotional guy. He is a type of a man who you probably, every woman kind of hopes to meet a Knight of Cups, because is someone who sees in you a dream come true, someone idealizing his wife, even if his partner, his wife, a woman, even if he is married to her for 30 years. It's someone who cannot be happy without loving. It's a man of a rare features. A man who needs emotions. He wants in his marriage emotions to exist. Emotions feed his creativity if it's a man connected with creative professions like writing, creating, content create, I don't know, drawing, painting, acting, singing, dancing. It's a creative person. And a woman he is with should be someone who feeds his creativity. Also, it could be a man who married, unfortunately, someone who doesn't they don't really match. I often say it, a marriage between a tiger and a dolphin. Not one of them is better than the other. The one lives in water, one lives in a forest. They simply don't get each other. If a dolphin starts explaining a tiger how wonderful it is underwater, and then tiger is going to explain to a dolphin it's wonderful out there in the forest, they simply will not understand each other. But the Knight of Cups is so emotional that on the verge of this emotions overflowing him, he could have imagined, or he could have married when he was young. So he could have imagined that Queen of Pentacles is going to be perfect for him, and probably they got married, but then he met you, whether it was 40 years ago or it was 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately, now he has her in his life in Pentacles, mean in his everyday life, and he has you as an ideal image in his mind, in his head. Again, it could be 20 years ago, it could be 2 weeks ago. But downside of the Knight of Cups is that his idealization, his idealized image of you could be a projection or could be true. You could be exactly as he imagines you, or it could be you could be different. So even if he's deeply, fully in love with you, we can explain them not as two different women, but completely different situation. Please listen carefully. If it's not a married guy, it could be. If it's a married guy, it could be the same as not married. If it's a married guy, then he has you as ideal woman he holds in his mind. You could be that, you could be not, but usually this type of personality is not going to divorce his pentacle wife and marry you. Why? Because you are so idealized in his mind that he's terrified to actually bring you into 3D reality. What if it's not gonna come true? What if you are gonna turn out to be not what he imagines? And to him, it's dear and important to hold you in his mind on the pedestal, in idealized version of you. This is if he is married. If he is not married, then it's a different story. If this man is not married, you can be dealing with a man who does not make actual steps towards you to bring your relationships into the ordinary, boring routine. Because he doesn't want ordinary, boring routine. He is emotional knight. He's soon to be king of cups. He is terrified to bring your idealized idea and version into and make you a Queen of Pentacles. I have seen this situation. I was gonna even make a video, but I made a video actually on my Russian channel. He doesn't make step towards you because you mean too much. What it means. It's again, I already mentioned avoidant detachment, what it means. The fear that you in reality, are going to become something different what he imagines about you. The fear to lose you as this beautiful image of the most wonderful, beautiful things the woman can possess. I know 2 people who worked at the same company for 14 years, and he has feelings to her all these years. She was married 2 times and she divorced 2 times. And he still says that you are my goddess. And he told her straight to face, if if we started living together, all beautiful things between us, because she has feelings to him too, but she gets sick of waiting until he does something real. He doesn't want real. He's terrified of real. So he tells her straight, looking into her face, if we brought it into reality, all the beautiful things between us could just collapse through the reefs of reality. It could be true, could be not. Maybe reality would be even more beautiful, more interesting, deeper, but he has your image in his mind as an ideal queen. Queen of Cups is the image of an ideal woman. Also, another image of ideal woman is the Empress, a woman which possesses the soul and heart, a brilliant mind, the depth, the sensuality, the magnetism, everything is in there in her. But sometimes the knight, because we have a knight, might feel himself, you are superior to him, but he would never admit it. Maybe he is, I don't know, maybe he's a multimillionaire, I don't know, and you are a teacher in elementary school. And you might think in your head, this man cannot feel less than me. This man makes whatever, $2 million a year, in a month, whatever. And I am a teacher in kindergarten. He could never feel less than me. You might be very, very wrong, because Knight of Cups does feel less than Queen of Cups. And you are so high that he might think I'm not, like he feels like a little boy or like a teenager in your presence. He feels like you are deeper, you are wiser, you are this, you are that. And he wants to feel more superior because, well, it's a man's ego, it's called. And he doesn't do, I don't think you've been living together or you had life together, because he would not bring it into a boring 3D reality. Honey, did you buy bread? Please buy a pound of potatoes and 2 lemons on your way home. I don't think he holds you too high in his mind and his heart and his soul, that he would be scared to bring you down into the level of Queen of Pentacles. But you will be living there in him for a very long time, maybe forever. Honestly, it doesn't always... I can tell you that women told me, I've had women who told me this, if I knew he loved me, I could live the rest of my life in peace, even away from him, if I knew he loved me. They told me that. And if I looked into the cards and I've seen the situation like just I described you with the queen, and king, a situation when there is love, but he doesn't want to bring her to reality, I can tell you that it was way, way more difficult for a woman to let go her dreams and hopes and plans for this man, because she thought his love towards her one day will bring him into her 3D life. But he doesn't, he's too terrified to break the image of goddess, which helps him in everything. That image of you in him, of a perfection, helps him. It becomes his spine. It became like a thing which holds everything together, emotionally, mentally, maybe psychologically, maybe spiritually. You just mean too much. And if he allows the risk of all this, even slightest risk of all this to collapse over reality, he's not going to do it. especially if it lasted many years. Maybe I'll make a separate video about this pattern. When a man does love you, but the more years he loves you, the less there is a chance that he's gonna do anything real, because he already holds you as the main thing out there, holding everything, his whole system. So this, my beautiful queens, kings, again, if you are a man asking about a woman, then just it's vice versa, but most of you are women. I hope it was helpful, and thank you very much. I will talk to you hopefully soon. Namaste.